Hello, people. I am Dr. Mrs. Mary Omolola Omoshibi, and I'm really excited to declare the second version of the No Sex Outside Marriage campaign open. We had the first version in 2017, and by the grace of God, we're having the second version this year, 2019. And it's going to span from 16th of June till the 22nd of June, 2019. I have had to restate to people the theme of this campaign. People make mistakes and say no sex before marriage, but that is the uniqueness of this particular campaign. We talk a lot to singles, we focus on them being sexually pure without talking to the married sect. Now, the truth of the matter is this issue of sexual purity concerns both groups. And that is why, by the grace of God, we are running this campaign to talk to both singles and married about the issue of sexual purity. Also, aside the fact that we need to talk to both the married and the singles, we also are talking to both genders. Whether you are male or female, sexual purity concerns you. And like you would have heard me say, I've been talking about sexual purity. And that is actually the crux of this campaign. It's about sexual purity. And the focus is the fact that Jesus prescribed sexual purity. And we are following in Jesus's prescription, which tells us that it is not just about being pure in your body, it is about being pure in your mind. Because Jesus, when he was talking to his disciples about the issue of adultery, he told them that a man has committed adultery with a woman if he already lusted with her in his heart. So it is not until he has laid with her on the bed that it becomes adultery, but merely even thinking about it. So there are so many people that are actually virgins. Yes, being a virgin is beautiful. It is awesome. It is still in vogue. Yes, according to God's books. But it doesn't end there. You must go the extra mile to make sure that not just your body is pure, not just your body is protected from sexual impurities, but also your mind. So it's a thing of the heart. So, and the focus of this campaign is to talk to ourselves, to speak to our hearts, to make sure that, yes, we come to that place where we realize what Jesus is telling us about the issue of sex. And the truth of the matter is that sex is only, hear me well, is only acceptable within the confines of marriage. So if you have sex with anybody that is not your spouse, that is against the laws of God. And like I said, we'll be talking to every group, whether you're single or married, whether you're a male or a female, young or old, this concerns everybody. This is becoming a menace in the society, the issue of sexual perversion. And that is why we need to raise our voices and tell people what God really wants when it comes to the issue of sexual purity. So how is it going to roll? It's going to go on my Facebook wall, Omolola Mary Omoshibi. Okay, so you can follow us. What's going to happen throughout the week of the campaign is that every single day a facilitator will be coming up to discuss issues that have to do with sexual purity. It's going to be a very rich week. Yes, rich resources are going to be shared, and they're going to be talking about relationships, about sex, about being able to stand your ground, about facing pressures, name it. And there'll be room for you to ask questions from them, and they'll be there to answer your questions. Now, how can you come in? Because I really want you to join us in this campaign. How can you come in? You can come in by, first of all, sharing the posts that the facilitators are, or the posts where the facilitators will be discussing these issues with the people on Facebook. And then apart from that, you can mention your friends on the main post. We just want the world to hear about it. We need to shout it out loud to the whole world. Then apart from that, you can also write a post, you can do a video, you can write a poem, anything that tells the world about your stand for sexual purity. Sometimes we have to take a stand and really speak about it for us, even we ourselves, to understand and to believe our own stand. So it is important that you come to join us in this campaign, and let's tell the world God's standard. See, even though we are in the 21st century, God's words has not changed. God's standard has not changed. God's standard is sexual purity and the fact that sex is supposed to be only within the confines of marriage. While sharing on social media, please use the hashtag of the campaign, which is hashtag NOSOM, no sex outside marriage, and also hashtag no sex outside marriage. I believe that this week is going to be an awesome week. When we had the first campaign, there were so many people that wrote about it, and we compiled everything into a magazine, and it was a wonderful experience. It was a rich resource, and so many people woke up from their slumber. They rose up to take decisions for God. And then finally, before I close this video, I would like to say that even if at all you have made a mistake, even if you had gone on a journey towards sexual impurity, this is a great opportunity, a huge opportunity for you to retrace your steps and for you to understand that God loves you still and that it is never too late for you to make a change. So join me and let's show the world that yes, God says no sex outside marriage. God bless you.